Hello everyone, this video tutorial is about paragraph formatting, and for us to achieve the objectives of this tutorial we need some good text on the document. So I'm going to copy this text that we have on the screen. Copy, then I paste just in front of the same paragraph. Now I will still copy the whole paragraph, then I paste it below so that we have enough text to work on as we are dealing with this paragraph formatting. So to follow this tutorial, you can feel free and pause the video, then you type the text and we can move together. First, let us look at what a paragraph is. And for that case, we are going to use a special button, and that special button is this one. If we click on it once, we are going to see that there are some marks which have been added to our document. We have this one shows the paragraph mark, and it means that this is the end of this paragraph. Likewise, this one also is showing the same as the end of the paragraph. Then also we have this mark down here. This shows that we can start a new paragraph from down there. If we look critically within our documents, we shall see there are some dots inside. Those dots represent spaces in between our words. And so let us try to create a paragraph from this first paragraph. We are going to click at the beginning of this text. Then after we press on the enter key on our keyboard. So when you press the enter key, you will see that it is showing us that this is paragraph 1 by use of this paragraph mark, and this is paragraph 2. Like we've said, this is the end of that paragraph, and we have another paragraph 3. So within this document we have got 3 paragraphs. However, if you don't need this paragraph, then we shall go where the cursor is blinking. Then you can click there. If your cursor is not there, then on our keyboard we press the backspace key to delete that paragraph. Once you do so, you see the paragraph mark which was previously there deleted, and now we have got only 2 paragraphs. Some helpful features that can be used when we are dealing with paragraph formatting is what we call the alignment tools or buttons. We have 4 of them, and the first one, this one is the left alignment button. Now by default you will see that it is the one which is active. If we want the text to be put to the center or arranged equally from left and right, then we use what we call the center alignment, this tool. But to do that, you make sure your cursor is in this paragraph. You click within the paragraph, then after we shall go to the center alignment tool. We click. Now when you click, you can see from this point and this side the text are evenly arranged. That is what we call the center alignment. Then you can also decide to put your text to the right. Still we do that by letting our cursor to be inside that paragraph. Then we go to the right alignment button. When we click there, you'll find that our text will be aligned in a straight line from the right, and this way they're in form of steps, so they break up. Another alignment tool is what we call the justify button. The justify button, when we click on it, still make sure your cursor is in the paragraph, then we click. When we click on it, you realize that the whole of this paragraph will be evenly distributed depending on how much text you have on that paragraph. They will be arranged this way on the left, and also they will be arranged this way on the right. However, if you see critically, this last line of this paragraph is not evenly distributed, and that is okay. Now we can decide to adjust the space in between the lines in this paragraph. And how can we do that? We make sure that the cursor is in that paragraph that we want to make adjustments. After, we use the line spacing tool, which is this one. We shall click there. Now if you look at this, currently the line spacing is 1.15. Let us try to adjust it now to 2.5, and we see what will take place to that paragraph. We click. Now when you click, you can see the space has been adjusted. Now, how about if I want this space in between this paragraph to reduce? We shall do the same. We ensure that this cursor is in that paragraph that you want to work with. Then we go to the line spacing tool. We click once. Let us take it to 1.0. So when you click 1.0, you can see now the space in between our paragraph has now reduced. That is how we can adjust the space in between the paragraphs. And also, we can decide to add space in between the two paragraphs or remove. Now, for this case, we would like to ensure that these two paragraphs, they are connected to one another. We remove this space. We can do that by ensuring that the cursor is on the first paragraph. Then we go to the line spacing tool. We click there. Then we shall move down up to where we see remove space after paragraph. Then we click. When we click there, we shall see that the space that was between the two paragraphs have been removed. If we want to add space above this paragraph 1, then we shall do the same. Ensure that it is selected by putting the cursor there. Then we go to the line spacing tool. We click. Then we shall click on add space before paragraph. So when you click on it, you see the space created up above this first paragraph. That means if you want still to create space between this paragraph and this, we can still do the same. You just go back, click on the line spacing option, then you say add space after paragraph, which will come after the first paragraph. We click. So when you click, the space is added. That's how we can adjust the space between these two paragraphs. For the next feature, we need short paragraphs, and for that case, we are going to split this second paragraph into very short ones. We click on these paragraphs like I've clicked just before and I'll press the enter key as I start to break these paragraphs. Then I'll also come and click on this end of this where there is pasture. I press the enter, I break that paragraph. I will also break this and also break this one, and lastly I will break this. So every line on these broken paragraphs represent a paragraph, and we would like to use these short paragraphs to create what we call the bullet lists. How do we do that? We shall select these paragraphs. We click and make our selection. Then we go to the paragraph group, and we shall use this feature of bullets, but we use this arrow besides. We click. So when you click, you can see the number of options. Even when you move your mouse pointer on them, you see a live preview on the screen. So we can decide to select this first bullet. When we click on it, you'll see that they are now in form of what? Bullets. So you see, after defining our bullet, you see the arrows that are created just after the bullets. These arrows are representing the defined free space after these paragraphs, and we can remove them after clicking on this show and hide button. So we shouldn't mind much about it because we shall talk about these arrows later on our tutorials. Now we can decide to move this text or these paragraphs to the right or to the left, and that introduces us to what we call the indentation. Now to do that, we are going to select the second paragraph. We click our cursor there. Then after, we go up and use this feature, the increase indent. If we click once, you can see the paragraph moving towards the right. Let's also try the second paragraph just below that indented one. We click. Then let's try to indent it twice by clicking this feature 2 times. So when you click twice, you see there is some changes taking place. We can also indent, increase by clicking on this paragraph twice, and if you feel it is not okay, we can decide and you take it back by clicking on the decrease indent. So these features can help you to move your paragraphs to the right or to the left. So now that we have seen how we can do the indents, let us remove them right now. We shall do that by clicking on this second paragraph. Then after, we can take back by clicking on the decrease indent. Then we go to the next and we decrease indent. Click twice. We go to the next. We also decrease indent. Now we have them all in one line. Our next feature is to see how we can number these paragraphs. We have seen the bullets, but now we would like to see how we can number the paragraphs. So to do that, we shall select the all paragraphs we want to deal with. Then we go just to the right of the bullets. There are numbering options. We click on the arrow. Then from the arrow, we can see there are very many options. As you move your pointer on these options, you can see a live preview on your document. So for this case, let's try to use this first option. We click on it. So when you click on it, you can see previously there have been bullets, but now they are in numbers. So that's how we do the numbering. Now we can introduce the color element on our document. Let's click on this document to remove the selection. Then we select the first paragraph. We can use the margin and you double click to select the paragraph. To put the color on the background of this selected paragraph, we shall go under the paragraph group. Then there is this feature for shading. We shall click on the arrow besides. So after clicking, you move your mouse pointer on these different colors. As you're moving, you can see the colors changing. So you can decide either to go with yellow or the orange. So for this case, let's try to use this color of light green. So when we click on it, the color will appear on your selected paragraph. If we click aside, you can see that all the selected area has the color of light green. So that's how we can do that. Now we can use another feature, that is the border feature, this one here. We can decide to put a border on this number 3. That one can be done by clicking on that paragraph. Then after clicking, we go to the border feature. We use the more option arrow, click on it. Let's apply a border just at the bottom of this paragraph 3. So we click on it. When you click on it, it appears just below the selected paragraph. If you want to remove it, we shall still ensure that our cursor is on that paragraph. Then we go back to the tool for the borders. Then we click on the arrow and we move our pointer up to where we see no border. We click on it. So when you click on it, the border will automatically be removed. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial.